Whispers of the forest, a chimpanzee's tale. In the heart of the lush African rainforests, chimpanzees roam freely, their agile bodies swinging through the branches of the ancient trees. Their lives intertwined with the rhythm of the forest. But in recent years, human encroachment has transformed the landscape, replacing vast swathes of indigenous forest with artificial plantations. How have these changes affected the chimpanzees? Today, we join Innocent, an environmental and wildlife journalist, as he embarks on a journey to uncover the stories of these resilient animals.
I have been doing environmental crime and wildlife crime stories for over a decade, and here is when I came to study chimpanzees for a period. I have always been captivated by their ability to adapt to changing environments for survival, but I'm concerned about the impact of artificial forests on their lives. These plantations lack the biodiversity and complexity of indigenous forests, which means the chimpanzees have to work harder to find food and resources. It's the reason why cases of chimps attacking people in the region of Kagadi are shown in cases down. June 2022, a minor was attacked by chimpanzee in Kagadi district. In December 2022, over 6 children hospitalized over chimp attack in Kagadi. They also face increased exposure to predators and diseases.
Innocent sets out to find a chimpanzee who can tell him about the differences between life in an indigenous forest and life in an artificial forest. He tracks a group of chimpanzees into a forest that has been partially replaced with eucalyptus plantation.
There, I spot a chimpanzee named Maya. She's a matriarch, the leader of her chimpanzee troop. I've been following her for years, and I know she's a wise and experienced individual.
My family has lived in this forest for generations. We know every tree, every stream, every animal. This forest is our home, our source of food and shelter. But in recent years, things have changed. Humans have cut down many of the trees and planted eucalyptus instead. Eucalyptus trees are not like our native trees. They don't even provide us with the same food or shelter, and they attract pests and diseases that can harm us. Innocent watches as Maya and her family struggle to find food in the transformed forest. They spend hours searching for fruits and nuts, but their efforts are often in vain.
It is heartbreaking to see Maya and her family struggling. They are so used to the abundance of an indigenous forest and how they have to make to do with what little they can find in this artificial environment.
We still try to visit the areas of the forest that have been replaced with eucalyptus, but these areas are becoming smaller and smaller all the time. We worry about what the future holds for our family. Will we be able to find enough food and shelter to survive? Innocent spends 3 days with Ram and her family, documenting their daily lives in the transformed forest. He also interviews other chimpanzees, gathering their stories about how the changes to their habitat have affected them.
The chimpanzees I've spoken to are all concerned about the impact of artificial forests on their lives. They know that these plantations are not suitable and they worry that their forest home will eventually be destroyed. But they are also resilient creatures and they are determined to find a way to survive.
We are chimpanzees. We are survivors. We have adapted to change before, and we will adapt again, but we need the help of humans. We need you to protect our forests, to plant trees, and to reduce your impact on the environment. We are all connected, and we all have a responsibility to protect our land. Innocence film sheds light on the plight of chimpanzees in a world that is changing rapidly. His work raises awareness of the importance of protecting indigenous forests and the need for sustainable forestry practices.
I hope that my film will inspire people to take action to protect our planet and the animals that call it home. We all have a role to play in creating a sustainable future for all.